Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No way. Roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Kansas City.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. It didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Kansas City.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down.
First down.
And again, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second.
For Gallup, a check on the numbers from a week ago. 6 catches, 84 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
3-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Chiefs 7.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal, so if you guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey.
Mahomes.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Gain of 37 yards. First down, Kansas City.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Cowboys 3.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really thrown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
They're feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Butker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? They didn't kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Elliott.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Dak Prescott sacked.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Chiefs 10, Cowboys 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 20.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mahomes now on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they work for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Intercepted by the
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
Oh, I know they ain't gonna. I know they ain't gonna let that nigga kick
Takes
me.
this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Oh, they still winning. 17.
I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Zerline good with a PAT. So we are at halftime. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Prescott to throw it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
I just think expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the first down, Chiefs.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Oh, roughing the passer.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he's taken to the ground.
What they calling now?
By the face mask. Here comes
by the face mask? What the fuck? I hit him from behind.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looks
fuck,
pretty easy.
man.
Yeah,
2 15-yard penalty back to back, man.
Whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
What you gonna call right there? Bitch ass.
DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes completes it to Hardman.
Mahomes pass.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards
Hey, man,
yet.
and
in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they catch up another 15 against your squad.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down.
18-yard line.
Prescott now. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
20-20.
And tie our game here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Big deal say that. That's why the game been on TV the whole time.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20
Oh
now
no,
as
you
the
can go
kick's
back and watch
away.
it from the beginning, dog.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now in Arlington, all even as we get ready to start the fourth. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
11,001 left my right pocket in the club.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Elliott. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Colin Saunders. In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Take over 1st and 10.
And now here comes Kansas City. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 27-20, a little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Prescott to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Prescott. And that's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Oh. Don't worry about me.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down with the first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
20-some seconds to go.
Prescott flushed out right.
I just scored a touchdown now.
It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Good. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
The kickoff for Dallas.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have to make
Don't be no tie this damn time. Legal to have 2 ties.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown.
AB to the house. I told you won't be no motherfucker tie this time.
The 30.
Fuck.
10. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown. Walk off. 75 yards.
Down. Cowboy.
Yeah, when I had let go, Cooper, I had picked up AB, he was in free agent.
Great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.